gives you 3 coordinates, and it says use an indirect proof to show that E and F do not both lie on the circle with center G. Okay, indirect proof, remember, always starts with an assumption, and it's always the opposite of what it is you're trying to prove. So here I'm going to assume the opposite of this. So I'm going to assume that E and F do lie on the same circle with center G. Okay, so that's what I'm assuming. Okay, I'm assuming the opposite of what it is I'm trying to prove. Well, let's think about what that means. That means that if I draw a circle and make G the center, that E and F are both somewhere outside on this circle. Okay? Think about what you know about circles. If this were true, what would we know? We should know, because if these are both on the same circle, it's the same distance all the way around. Remember, that's what a circle is it's a set of points that are all the exact same distance away. So the distance from G to E and the distance from G to F should be exactly the same, because those would both be a radius of that same circle. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to find the length from G to E and the length from G to F. Same as what we did a second ago. So the length from G to E would be this coordinate and this coordinate. So I'm going to subtract my x's. 7 minus 4 is 3. I'm going to subtract my y's. 1 minus 7 is negative 6. Of course, I'm going to treat that like a positive 6. I'm going to Pythag between 3 and 6. So 3 squared plus 6 squared equals c squared. That's going to be 45 equals c squared. Take a square root. I get like 6.7. So the length from G to E is 6.7. Okay. Now let's find the length from G to F. From G to F, that would be, well, here's my G, here's my F. So I would do 7.
To the office, please. Darnell Swain. Come to the office, please.
Ignore that. 7 minus 5 is 2.
Drew Witten, Michaela
gosh.
Potter, Sierra Monroe to the main office, please. Sierra Monroe, Drew Witten, Michaela Potter to the office.
4 minus negative 3 is really 4 plus 3, which is 7. Then I'm going to Pythag with these two. So 2 squared plus
To the main
7
office,
squared.
please. Jennifer
Oh my
Davis
goodness.
And Kaden Barr.
4 and 49 is 50. Nope. Sorry, I'm getting all distracted with all these announcements. That would equal c squared. And when I add those together, that's where I get 53 from. So I get 53 equals c squared. Square root, that's going to be 7 point something. 7.3. And that's my length of GF. Okay, so look what I just found. I just found the length from G to E and the length from G to F are not the same. So here's kind of where I would go with that now, and this is sort of my conclusion down here that I'm going to squeeze in. I would say, look, GE is not the same length as GF. This contradicts, and I want you to think about what that contradicts. Okay. Why should these have been equal? Well, because that's what it means to be on a circle. And if that's what it means to be on a circle, that's the definition of a circle. So you could then say, if you wanted to, you could say our assumption is false. That's what we've shown, is that this is impossible because that's a contradiction to the definition of circle. Therefore, by the way, this really freaks second hour out, but this symbol right here, these 3 dots, that's mathematical shorthand for the word therefore. I don't care if you ever use that. I'm just going to use it right now because I can't fit all of that in here. So just so you know, anytime you see that, that means therefore E and F do not, and remember what I'm really doing here is saying what it was I was trying to prove in the first place. E and F do not lie on the same circle. Okay, so there's a couple of examples of some proofs that have to do with distance. Okay, one with quadrilaterals showing that different sides are congruent. One with circles where you're showing that the distances are the same, so it can't possibly be a circle. Okay, hopefully that helps a little bit. Hopefully you jotted those down as some examples for you to look back at later. The rest of class today is going to be just working on some practice work.